Do you want to know what's the best possible career path based on your personality? Hi, and welcome to the day 7 of the 10-day series of How to Live Your Hero's Journey. Hi, I'm Pacer Tay. I've gone through multiple heroes' journey from migrating to a new country that I'd never been before to become a registered pharmacist. I started a social network that connects people through the love of food without any business or industry experience. Written my first book on philosophy called Life Meditations on 30 of Life's Biggest Questions, and I'm also a coach. My vision in life is to live to my full potential and help and inspire others to do the same. In order to live your hero's journey, first you must have some sort of clarity of what direction to take. So I've created a free guide on unique strength discovery so that will help you to gain some clarity of your next possible career path. It's just a very simple PDF guide that give you some of the questions that you can reflect on and some actionable tasks that you can do to kickstart your journey. It's free of charge and you can download that on my website at www.pheh-sze-teh.com, or you can check the link down below. So, do you know what's your unique strength and what are your key personalities? For people who know me well, they know that I'm addicted to personality tests. I think I've done most of the personality tests that's available. So today we're going to talk about the main three or the top three personality tests that I think that's really useful to use to get a clearer picture of your possible career strength and what is good to discover your unique strength and also your self-development as well. There's three of them. The first one is the Myers-Briggs. A Myers-Briggs test is quite common, and even some HR company will use that as part of the interview process that you have to go through. It's basically consists of 4 letters, and the combination of 4 letters will give 16 personality types. I find that a Myers-Briggs personality test give you a quick overview of what your possible career path could be and what's the best environment for you to work in. So the first category is either you're extroverted, which is E, or introverted, which is I. Extroverted people likes to be with people and they thrive in a life and a lively environment and also interacting with people in a very fast-paced environment. Whereas an introverted person prefer to be um, alone in their job and they prefer to be more independent in their job where they have time to think for themselves. So, for example, if you are introverted, maybe a sales job may not be ideal for you. And if you're extroverted, perhaps working in a lab all by yourself or doing research on your own, day in and out, might sip you out of your energy because you thrive on an environment that you can work with others and talk to people and communicate with others. The next category is either you're a sensor or stands for S, or you're intuitive, which is I. So just imagine yourself looking into a puppet show. How would you describe it? So the sensor or the intuitive is how you see the world. If you look in the puppet show, an intuitive person will begin to create a story. Say, this is a story that's set in a medieval time and the prince is doing this, and you create a story out of what you see. Where else a censor would then describe the puppet shows that I see 2 soldiers here. That is somebody that's standing here on the left and the right, and they describe it in a more concrete terms. So an intuitive person like to work in an environment when there's complex situation to solve, whereas a sensor prefers something is more concrete or more hands-on. The next one is whether you're a thinker, which stands for T, or you're a feeler, which stands for F. And this is how you like to make decision. A thinker like to make decision based on logic and reasoning and with very little emotion involved. So maybe in perhaps in a job, for example, where your analysis or something that's more facts and figure. Whereas if you're more of a feeler, you're perhaps going to be a better counselor than, say, a thinker, for example. The fourth category is whether you're a judger or a perceiver. And that's how you like to work. So, for example, a judger is a classic planner, like myself. I like to plan everything and I don't like to leave things to chance. So, you like schedule, routine, and deadline. Deadlines are great for a judger. Whereas the perceiver on the opposite end likes to be spontaneous and in a flexible environment, and they thrive in an ever changing environment, and they don't like structure or very strict schedule. So a perceiver perhaps will work in an environment, say like in a startup or some entrepreneurial environment where things keep on changing. Whereas a judger might be better suited in an environment where things are fixed and they know what their expectations are. So based on a combination of the four sets of the letters, you form a unique personality type. You can check what is a possible career for your personality type and also what is the best environment for you to work in. So the next test is the Enneagram. Enneagram is good for self development and it has a more holistic approach to a person. So it consists of 9 personality types. So, with the personality types, it's categorized by their desire and what their motivations are. And the good thing about Enneagram is that it also lists what is the unhealthy level that you can be in and what's the healthy level you can be in. As you know, all of us have our good days and bad days. And it's great to know when you are at your best or when you live to your full potential, what kind of person of your personality can achieve or be, and also the danger of falling down to unhealthy level as well. It is a sign that comes in a circle and there's few arrows, and based on your number there's arrow that goes towards disintegration and also towards integration, which is your growth. So it also tells you when you're under stress, what kind of behavior that you begin to adapt. And also, if you are to grow, what kind of behavior or attitude you adopt. So this is a very good personality test that gives you an overview and holistic overview of who the best person you can be and what to avoid, and know that what are your basic motivation and fear in life. The third one is the VIA strength test. So it's really good to know what your strength is so that you can use them on a daily basis. I find that when I use a strength, that's when I get into my flow state. And it's good as a reminder for us to focus on what we are good at on a daily basis. So with the strength, VIA strength, character, the tests, they consist of 24 strengths and they divide them into 6 categories. So for me, for example, creativity is my top strength. So they're going to give you 5 top strength that you're, and also what are the key feature of the strength. So for example, for creativity, for me, I get into the flow state or where I feel that I come alive when I create. It could be perhaps like now I'm creating a new content or whether I'm writing a new blog post or coming up with new concept for my business. That is when I feel that I get into my flow state. By knowing what's your top 5 strengths, then you can start to form daily ritual and practices that enhances what you're really good at. So leave me a comment down below and tell me which of the personality tests that you've done. I've put down all the links to the personality tests that I mentioned today. They are free to do online. And tell me what result that you find out and what's the possible career path that you came out with and that you may be interested into exploring them. As I mentioned, in order for you to take the first step towards your next career path, you have to gain some sort of clarity of what your next path is. That's why I created the Unique Strength Discovery Guide, which is free of charge. It's a simple PDF guide where you give you the main questions that you have to ask yourself and some actions that you can start taking in order for you to gain clarity of what your next possible career path is. I hope that you find this session useful. If you have any question, you can always leave them at the comment down below and I'll get back right to you. Today is the day 7 of the 10-day series, so we have only 3 more days to go. It's almost towards the finishing line. It's been a marathon for me, and I thank you for joining me throughout this journey of discovery. I'll see you tomorrow, same time at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or if you watch on the replay, I hope that you get to watch all the previous episode and join me for the rest of them. Until then, live a life worth writing about. I'll see you tomorrow.